They do business as usual in the comfort and privacy of the company-owned airplane.
Sean Diddy Combs' private plane landed in Miami.
I'm a savage, whatever I want, I'm going to get!
This is the very first plane that I purchased for the Lord.
Turns out these knuckleheads picked the wrong plane. It's not Taylor's.
I believe your slogan, vote or die, is accurate.
You have what's been described as an egg-shaped.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy.
Well, he's dead, so...
Get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. When I was 9 years old, my mother married a man that came from a very well-off family. This guy's brother was the perfect example of failing upwards. A UBC law school dropout, moves to Bermuda to become a scuba diving instructor, and just so happens to be hired by one of the wealthiest guys on the planet. Fast forward a couple years later, and we get invited to go to this guy's mansion in Aspen. This might be my only experience in life to feel like what it's like to be in the 1%. My family is not very well off. How do we get there? Well, we fly private. We get to the airfield, and there are two planes sitting on the tarmac. There's the one that we're taking, and there's another plane. I want you to take a look at this plane right here, and I want you to take a look at this plane here. We were feet away from flying on Diddy's plane. Talk about a what-if scenario. I could have been on the flight logs. So we fly to Aspen. You know, we are treated to all these drinks and good food and all this stuff. And we finally arrive in Aspen. No customs, no going through security. We're greeted at the airport with a Cadillac Escalade, and we're driven directly to this guy's mansion. He's got a one-way road on a mountain that just goes to his house. And we arrive, and it is huge. There were like 20 bedrooms in this place. The backyard was the half pipe for the X Games. Shaun White would rent this place out every year. We each have our own wing of the house that we're able to stay at. Meanwhile, this guy, he isn't even fucking here. He's just letting, you know, my uncle who works for him, his family, come and stay at his house. It was insane. You know, he's got butlers there, knights in shining armor. He's got tapestries on the wall from the 14th century. My uncle keeps showing us secret compartments in the house. Bookshelves that are doors to rooms. Side panels that you can press, and there's a safe room behind there. I'll never forget it. He looks at us, and he shows us one door that's locked. Says, the only thing that you can't do here is go into this room. I don't know, I think about that sometimes because, like, what was behind the door, you know? And years later, you come to find out that the guy was, you know, a little-known guy by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. No, I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? Really, you know, my mom and her husband were divorced a year later. I never spoke to any of those family members again. They never even said goodbye. And there's an interesting conversation about class. Don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly privileged to have that experience. We were always the poor people in comparison to our rich family. We were never seen as equal, and we were reminded of that fairly often. So that's the story about how I almost got on Diddy's plane.